Well, hello there, guys. Here we are, walking and talking consciousness. And look what I'm going to show you right now. I am underneath ruins of a castle. So I guess that was a turret at one stage. And I'll just show you some more rock work. Yeah. I think I just passed an arch back there, but it was quite a climb up to get to where I am now, so I don't really fancy going back there to show you. But I'm heading towards the view, and like I keep saying in these videos, that it's the view that actually distracts me from just talking to you, but at least I'm sharing a part of my life with you, and I hope you find that really nice. It's either a motorbike down there in the little village or a chainsaw, which is really funny. Oh, yeah. Let's just turn around and I'll just show you what I was looking at. So there's all the tiles of the beautiful village and the view, of course, of the Mediterranean. Can you see the church? Is that the church I'm showing you? Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? There we go. Yeah, I love this area because the tiles and the roofs are just so beautiful. And here's behind me the old castle. But look at even how they've done the rock work. Yeah, it's really, really cool. So I'll just get down to the viewing platform. Oh my gosh, there's even more. Get around the corner and there's more to see. So anyway, I'm sure you're enjoying the view, but what should we be talking about? What I always do is, like I've been sharing with you, I get inspired by a topic of the day by simply what's in my inbox. And it could be a text message or an email that I read in the morning, and then I'm like, wow, that's actually a really cool subject. Or really, everything's a cool subject, really, when you're talking about changing your perspective from just the ordinary to the extraordinary and realizing you can live God and see a conscious perspective or a greater perspective for everything, which is super, super cool, isn't it? But there seems to always be topics of the day, when people are kind of like asking the same question or sharing the same things. It's almost like there's an energetic that happens that we all kind of like, it moves through our nervous system and everybody has the same type of questioning or commenting going on. I don't know, be aware of that around you and see if that happens for you. But what I was inspired to share about today was, hang on, I've just got to walk over some prickly bits here, was following your intuition. It's kind of common, especially in the retreats. I get asked, hang on, some more rocks, more of the castle. I get asked, well, how do you use your mind to plan things versus being intuitively driven, so not using your mind, not thinking about things. And it's kind of like a common questioning. Okay, one more view. Look at that village. When people are being introduced to the idea of not thinking and not working things out or worrying about things, they then get worried about how do they function and how do they live, as if it's a whole new foreign concept to them to actually be present. Yes, of course that would be, but to actually operate from the present moment as if you can't. And I think that's really a beautiful thing to talk about, because we're intuitive beings all the time. We're having intuitive hits and acting on intuition all the time. It's actually not that foreign for us, but perhaps we just don't call it that. So we might think that we've been thinking about something and working something out, when actually it's an intuitive hit or an intuitive download, however you wish to word it, to just get up and move in a new direction, or get up and pick up the phone and call the person you'll be wanting to talk to, and that happens to be the perfect moment, right? Because they'd been thinking of you too, or something like that. So your whole life can be operated like that. The mind, say, for example, if the mind isn't real, let's just pretend that, then how do you book a train ticket or plan a holiday? And the idea of planning it, most people think that they're thinking about it. Well, you kind of are acting on intuition a lot and being present when you go get the pull up the map, and then you look at places, and then you work out how far a distance is, and then you Google how to get there, if there's public transport or by bus or by train. So you're not actually thinking and worrying about something or playing it over and over again to get the perfect answer. You're actually already being present but acting on that intuition. So it's actually supernatural. Super normal. Supernatural might be seen as, I don't know, something else. I just want to get that view back for you, but it's kind of glaring out right now. If you were to look at how you operate throughout the day, being hungry, making something to eat, looking at the fridge, not knowing what to eat, not knowing what you've got in your fridge, what you want to make. Do you want yogurt? Do you want eggs? Do you want toast? Do you want something heartier, meats and stuff? Even though it appears like you're thinking, you're actually listening to the answer that's going to come. And that answer is not from the mind. When you're planning a trip and you've got all these ideas, you're actually listening for the answers of where to go and how to get there. It's very intuitive all the time. It's not thought or story driven. Some of it is absolutely when we're like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Of course, that's the thoughts or the thinking, the story. And it's really cool to start seeing that. And when you are just playing with being present and not doing that, not getting caught up in the flip-flopping backwards and forwards, and you just are present to whatever the question is, what do I want to eat? It's amazing what you actually tune into and what you actually get back as the answer, or how the answer is presented, like without you even going, oh yes, I feel like an omelette. You just naturally start seeing an onion and then a tomato, and then you pull the knife out and then you start preparing. Like, it's very non-thought driven, non-linear. It's very wholesome and complete, like how it's actually unfolding. I'm sure this is, as I'm saying it all sounds so basic to me that I hope for you it is a bit of a new concept for you to play with and see how you operate in your daily life. I guess I've been asked it so many times and explored it so much in my own experience that to me it's just obvious that I'm not thinking about making an omelette when I'm doing it. I'm not thinking about which clothes I'm going to put on. I'm not thinking about what I'm going to do today. Even if those words come out of my mouth and I'm like saying perhaps to my friend, hey, what's up? What are we going to do today? That's the kind of bonding, communication, energy exchange, right? But then the action or the unfoldment of what's really happening becomes super clear and super effortless. And I guess a little trick here is that if at any point it isn't clear and it isn't effortless, then just don't push anything. And you'll often find that if you are pushing anything to happen the way you want it to happen, typically there's the you and the story involved. That's what you want to do. Hey, we got some vowels, or a bell. 1 o'clock, anyone? Or 1/2 the hour, maybe. I don't know how this bell is chiming. Isn't that just so peaceful? You got the little valley, you got the little village, the old church bell, one car coming up into the village now. Oh, it's just so gorgeous. And then you've got this immense view out over beyond the cliffs. So I just passed it, there we go. And out into the plateau. It's very nice here. So how did I end up here today? Pure intuition. I went for I felt the pull to get up and go. I jumped on my bike and I knew what direction I wanted to go, and here I am. So it's actually really, really beautiful how life is without thinking. And it's actually totally inspiring to play with seeing how little you need to think and how life just happens. And it's not like you're not in control, because that makes it sound like, you're just floating out there somewhere. but you're so grounded and present that you're connected to what you're supposed to be doing. I love that. It takes that energetic of what do I do? What do I do? It takes that out. It just goes away, which I think is super nice. Well, that's my little blah blah on intuition and a little bit of sightseeing with Jaya. I hope you find it quite lovely. Comments below would be lovely, would be welcome. Yeah, thanks for this opportunity. Bye-bye.